Hello, hello, hello. And today we have the fabulous Kate Harrison. There she is, looking gorgeous as ever.
In my colour chair.
Full of colour. Totally on brand.
Yeah,
That's
just
it.
looking there. Quite a little bit low cut that. But anyway, there we go.
They're not. They're all right. You can't see. It's when you look down, that's when you can see.
Yeah, I certainly can. How are you?
We are blessed in that direction.
We are, aren't we? Yes, that's what we must always think.
Bless, it's a blessing. And you have to play to your strengths. I always say play to your strengths. And so that's why I always promote the upper part of my body and cover up my legs.
Same. We love a long frock, don't we? Long frock,
Yeah.
low neckline, long frock.
Yeah,
That's the feel like we're both in that today.
Yeah, I remember when I was younger. This is not on topic, by the way. It probably is.
Never
Remember when I'm 50 now, so when you was going to work, like doing work experience when I was 14, that's when everyone was wearing skirts with blouses tucked in.
Yeah.
Like, and skirts up to the knee. So it's like you just got like
all your full stops in the wrong places, as my previous stylist would say. Yes, too many full stops. Horizontal lines break full stops. I know.
It was awful. Even I knew then, like, this is not for me. But there was nothing else out there. That's all you could get, wasn't it?
That's fashion, babes. That's fashion.
I don't
know better now.
I don't follow fashion now. I just wear what I like. Well, what you tell me I should like.
Get lost. That's the key, isn't it? And I feel like that's kind of like a good place to start with your event, because that's what it's about, isn't it? It's about understanding what you like. And sometimes we just get we forget because no one asks us, and we probably don't even ask ourselves, do we? And what do you actually like, and what do you want? And why don't you say that sometimes? Life changing.
So let's introduce ourselves for the people who don't know us. I am Susie Sprigg and founder of Show Your Light. And this is all about creating environments and rooms and programs to shine a light on you fabulous ladies. Because we all need a cheerleader. We all need someone to see the best in us. And we all need that person to gently pull us out of our comfort zone. And Kate Harrison was carefully selected to be a speaker at my event. Now, I've said this on my sales page, Kate Harrison is everywhere at the moment, and so you should be, because the way you talk about colour, it just draws you in. You're like, wow, I've never heard anyone talk about it the way you do, and it all makes sense. It actually makes sense to the point now. I have colour in my glasses, my mugs, my phones.
Yes,
so many different ways to bring colour into your life. We all just thought it was clothes. And when I first came to you, I did a VIP with you, and I thought it was dead cocky because I went, I know my colours. They're in my brand. It's pink. I think I said pink, blue, and green. And that's when you told me about all the other colours and what they mean, what they bring into your life, and that you don't have to wear them to use them. And I was like, what? So this is what your talk is going to be about. So if anyone's coming thinking they're going to get a 10-minute colour about your clothes with Kate.
Colour analysis. No, it's not a colour analysis.
It's how
it started there. That's where it started, for sure. But it's come a long way in 25 years.
Yeah. So it's all about how to use colour in your business, in your life, to bring you energy and to make an impact and to get people to lean in. Because that's what we need to do in business. So over to you, Kate. Tell us more about your journey, how you come to do what you do and why you love it so much.
I do. It's been, I'd say, the past 4 years have been transformational in my life. But going back to a little bit, like reversing a little bit. So 25 years ago, I trained as a stylist, and I trained in colour analysis. So all about how colours look, what colours look good on you. And that's kind of when people hear, oh, you're a colour specialist, they're like, oh, right, yeah. So is that like winter, summer, spring? I know my colours. Oh, I've had that done before. And that's how it started. And it did start a fascination in colour, because I rocked up into London, London, because we couldn't do it in Manchester then. There was no such thing as a stylist training in Manchester. We weren't cool enough to go to London. And I was wearing orange and I was caked in rose tan, and I thought I knew a thing or two about all this. I was like, they're not going to teach me anything, but I'll go for the kicks. And it really did transform me, because what I realized was that I was kind of masking who I was. I was trying to change who I was to fit in with fashion. You know, we had a little chat about fashion before, but I was trying to fit a little identity that actually wasn't me. You know, I always wanted it. I always kind of reckon it back to being 14 and wanted a perm and to be called Debbie. That's who I wanted to be, but I wasn't allowed to be. That wasn't actually me. And it kind of was the start evolution of me starting to kind of embrace who I was. And I worked with colour that way for a long time, just looking at how it looked on people, because actually that was transformational in itself. Because if you'd been used to wearing black and grey and beige, and all of a sudden someone rocks up with this whole colour palette for you with loads of different shades in it, it was quite freeing, but it was also quite overwhelming. And what I got told again and again is by women, especially with red. Red was a very key change for me, that we would put a woman in a red dress or in a red trouser suit or something, and she'd look amazing. She'd look powerful. She'd look eye-catching. You couldn't deny that she looked fantastic. And she'd go straight back to black again, or straight back to grey. And she never said it looked too much. She always said it felt too much. I was like, gosh, they're feeling this colour. These women are feeling colour. They're not just seeing it. You can look great in something, but you can still not feel right in it. Why is that? And that led me down a whole new rabbit hole of the science of colour, what colour is, the energetics of colour, chromotherapy, colour psychology. And I guess as I picked up all these different qualifications and all these different tips and scientific studies, I just kind of was really captivated by this thought that, wow, like my life has slipped into grayscale. And I kind of went back in time. When did this happen? And when did I get my colour back? And then why is it back in grayscale now? And I did this big link up between how I was feeling at the time and the colours that surrounded me, the colours that I felt needed to surround me. And at those times I felt really disconnected. Generally, there was very little colour in my life, and it wasn't just in my clothes. So I created a brand, basically. There was nothing there. No one was talking about it. And I was like, I'm either completely wrong or I'm just first. And I think that that's something that women should always lean into. You might not be wrong, you might be, but I'd done enough research and enough study to know that I wasn't. I was just connecting the dots. And that's what colour does, it connects things. And then I founded a brand called Chromie, and now I'm helping people to reconnect with colour, and in reconnecting with colour, reconnect with themselves.
Yeah, it's so needed. Like do you know what I don't understand? Because the people who do brand, you know, like even where in houses, you know, why do they think that bland and beige and greige is okay? Because these people clearly are educated in colour as well. So why are they trying to do that?
It's because it's inoffensive. We're so scared. And I feel like now more than anything, we don't want to upset anyone. Like we want to play to the masses. And that's why you see it on the high street all the time, the grey, the beige. Now, I walked into H&M the other day. Bear in mind, like it's spring, summer now. It was grey, khaki, white, beige. That was it. There might be a few colour pops, and they stood out so much that you totally went, oh gosh, I don't want to go near them. Let's go safe. So people play it safe. And kind of the world is designed for that as well. There's a lot of fear mongering these days, isn't there? Don't step out the box. You know, actually, if you are an entrepreneur, you're going to get penalised anyway by tax systems and all sorts. So we're kind of told and taught to play safe, go with the masses, follow, don't draw too much attention, and especially as women, that good girl conditioning. Certainly for me, my age, I'm late 40s. We were taught that's what we just needed to be good and fit in, and when you use color, that feels different and it looks different and it draws attention, and that feels a little bit scary. So that's why people go for the default settings. It is like pressing the default button because it's safe and it feels different. I'll be talking a little bit about how that feels with black and why black isn't actually a color, and how the power in it. But we get stuck in that. We get stuck in the invisibility cloak. We get stuck in the beige environment because no matter who walks into it, they're not going to feel anything extreme. But I want to feel life. Like, we get one chance at this, right? So for me, it's about sod all of that. Let's feel it, and let's feel it big. And it doesn't have to be bright colors. It can be soft shifts, but I'm going to be teaching you totally practically how to start that shift from grayscale life into a full color life, and you will feel the difference.
I have a saying now called color pop. Do you mean where can you get some color pop in your life? And it's something that, like, even when I look at food, it's like my eyes are feasting, isn't it? So it's what your body's absorbing, your ears are listening to, but your eyes look first, I think. And I want to see color and make them smile. So
and it's a multi-sensory experience. So when you're seeing it, you're also feeling it. These are wavelengths of light. So it's energy. Color is energy. And whether that's in your fridge, in your home, in your clothing, in the glass that you're drinking out of, it all has an effect. And the beautiful thing about it is, and also the slightly scary thing about it, is that you're affected by it whether you know it or not. So what I'm doing is giving you the tools to put you in control of that, and just use it as another well-being tool in your armor.
I think it's step one is awareness, because most people are thinking, what's wrong with me? They're just not even aware that if you might introduce this, it could be different. So like in winter, I'm really, really low because there's no colour out. Because I love to go outside and there's no colour, is there? It's colourless. The sky is grey. There's just no leaves. There's no colour. And I just have to, honestly, winter for me, I just got to get through it.
Well, I'm going to hopefully be able to shift that for you this year. And I'm going to be giving people really simple advice that they can use probably as soon as they're actually in that room. I might do a little exercise where they can even use colour without even being surrounded by it. The actual event, it would be really cool if I could do that.
Today I have red on because I'm going to an event today. I'm going to Woman Who Awards. And I know there's going to be lots of women and there's going to be lots of energy transference. My soul shade is green, thank you. And I didn't know what the hell that meant, but it made sense straight away. Do you want to tell people what that means if you're a green soul shade?
Yeah, and I am as well. We know we're soul sisters. And I'm wearing red as well, probably the same reason that you are. So I give your energy a colour. So there's a process called Soul Shades. It's on my website, and it's a really simple questionnaire that I've devised, this methodology to understand your energy. So not just your personality, but the energy that you give out every day. Because if you're giving out that energy every day, it's really important that you replenish that energy as well. And each colour has different meanings, and is it is one of those aha moments where you go, oh yeah, oh God, yeah, that's me. Oh my gosh. And then you can have a visual hook as well to this because it's given a colour. So you can make sure that you're doing the things to nurture yourself. And green is very much heart led. So this is very nurturing. We have to be very careful we don't end up on the floor, which is a little bit how I feel right now. I've been fully living in that green energy, giving everything to everyone all of the time, not having very good boundaries. We're both getting better at that. But I have been nurturing, and that's what I love doing. And it's great, and it's not a bad thing. And you are exactly the same. This kind of, you act without expectation. Both of us do that. And I think we linked straight away when we first connected because of that. And the green colour really connects us both. And when we have a soul shade, we also have a magnetic pair. And sometimes this can be a personality that isn't necessarily the same. It's the opposite of you. And the colour that gives that vibration for us is red. this was the colour that a lot of these women with the green soul shade that I was dressing, and I was putting them in red, and they felt like it was too much straight off the bat, and it was, because it's the most opposite colour to their own frequency, their own energy. And we're using it today, so I kind of teach you to embrace that, because it feels different, but it doesn't mean it's wrong. And the fact that it feels different is so powerful, because that will protect your energy. So that red, and the reason I'm wearing it as well, I'm going to a charity function today, and I know that I'm going to want to give everything, because I'm so passionate about this charity, and people will ask me to do loads of things, and I always say yeah. But actually, when we have the red, it's like our little bubble around our green, and it changes the way that even changes even the way that people react to us. You know, it's so interesting how that red, the frequency of red, very low frequency, very low vibrational wavelengths, actually stops people from over asking. I wear this colour whenever I'm doing a big event where I know that I've got to do a lot of speaking or a lot of helping, and it just gives you protection. So it doesn't even just affect you, it affects the people around you, and you can actually influence people around you with the colours that you bring into your home, how you want people to feel, the colours that you're wearing, even the colours in your branding.
And when I did my last show light event, I did ask you about what to wear, because when you're standing in front of people on the stage, you are communicating. When you walk into rooms, you're communicating without even realizing what are people thinking about you, feeling what energy you're giving off. And I've worn a few different coloured outfits, so I will be asking you again, what shall I wear at this event? But we'll do that off camera, because I'll have a private conversation. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What made you say yes when I asked if you would speak at Show Light Live this year?
Well, mainly because I'm a green soul shade. No, not because I'm a green soul shade. Because with you, I feel a real connection. And the women that come to your events, I feel that as well. We've done a few events together now. And I feel like I can make a really big shift. I feel like the work that you do and the work that I do complements each other so well that it just gives another layer to it for women. And also that I'm so obsessed with it not being difficult. Like, this doesn't have to be difficult. You never know where this is going to lead you. It could be just a shift in a colour. You go for a job interview and you get that interview and you think, oh, all of a sudden it's associated with a positive experience. It could be the energy in the rooms that you create is so special. So it was never going to be a no. It was always going to be a yeah.
Thank you very much. I have no expectations. So when I asked,
I
think it's going to be a no. I'm like, please say yes. Please say yes. What are you going to help people think differently about on the day and afterwards? Because coming to the event, I don't just want it to be a one-day thing. Oh, that was a nice day, and then it's forgotten. Because it's on a Friday, it's all going to be relaxed. I don't want it to be forgotten by Monday.
No.
So what are people going to take that's going to have a longer lasting impact for them?
Yeah, they're going to take a new way of seeing the world. I mean, that's what this is. Wow. It's a different perception. You won't go outside and look in the same way again. You will be aware. Awareness is what you will take first of all. And then when we understand and we're aware of our surroundings and what we're doing, then things shift. And I'm going to help people. I'm going to give people touch points that they can put into their day to make it super easy. And then if they want ongoing support with that, then I'll provide that too. But I think the first thing is to make the shift to become aware. And that's what we're going to do.
And there's a few people who are coming to the event and I've introduced you to them and they've worked with you. So does it even matter if people have worked with you? They're going to learn something new, aren't they? How you talking about this today, yeah.
Every time that someone hears me speak, I am going to be speaking slightly differently, and I always try and change it up a little bit, but you take away different things. My favorite thing is, I've not thought about it like that before, and that makes sense to me, or I've never, just a shift in perspective. So yeah, they will absolutely get loads out of this too.
Everyone I speak to, because sometimes change can be overwhelming. In a Mechanetica club, like talk about networking, all I ever say to people is just what one thing, just what one thing are you going to do differently today? And that's all people need to do, isn't it? One thing until that becomes a norm, and then the next one thing.
Those one things, mate, that's that 1% rule, isn't it?
Yeah.
Give 1% more every day, and
Yeah.
365% better or shifted in whichever way you want. I say it to my kids all the time because there's a lot of pressure on these kids at the moment, at school. And my son plays rugby and he's like, I want to play my best game ever. I'm like, that's okay, because you just need an extra 1% and it will be your best game ever. So cool.
I'm coaching my stepson at the moment because he's 15. It's a terrible age, 15, I think.
Same age as winning, yeah.
Lots going on, and I thought, why don't I just help him? Because this is what I teach my clients, and I'm texting him every day, like, tell me what's going to make today a great day. Because me and Phil do that every morning. Like, what will make today a great day? What have we got on today?
Phil so gorgeous. I love it. But I do it, and it's subliminal, isn't it? And just having that little bit of accountability, and that's why I launched my Colour Club as well. So I've got a membership now, which is that community of women who have all gone, do you know what? I'm sick of living in Grayscale.
So you've got a Facebook community at the moment, which is free, and I saw the other day you've got 1,000 members.
Yeah, and I always said, once I get to 1,000, then I'm going to take it to the next level. And that's exactly what this is, the membership, because people want more of my time and I can't necessarily give it in the Facebook group. And I also want to do more lives, but for people who really want it. So this is like the next step up, and it's called Glow, and it's and it's a club basically for women who just want to live in full colour, however that looks to them. There's loads of stuff in there. It's not actually launched yet, it's on a wait list, but we've got plenty of girls on the wait list as well, which is exciting. And I think it's that accountability, but also that community to come and just ask a daft question, or I'm doing this and we've got a bit of advice, has anyone ever done this, or I'm feeling really low, or can you just that place for people to go, and for me to get all my mates in as well. I'll have you in there at some point, doing expert slots, and we talk.
I'll be a member. What are you about?
Yeah, I love it. It's slow. This is like the next step up from a free Facebook group. So it's 20 quid a month, so that people don't have to be thinking, oh, it's like a big mastermind. It's not. I do have stuff like that, but that's different level stuff. This isn't just if you have a business as well. I was really, really strict kind of, I wanted a rule on that this isn't just for business women. This isn't about getting more business. This is just about women who, we have so much pressure in our lives and we lose our colour at so many points. And I always talk about, after having a baby, I lost my colour. My husband lost his business. We lost all our income. I lost my colour. When I was a teenager, lost my colour. Everything went dark. And actually, I just wanted to create somewhere that women especially can go to when it does get a bit dark, and actually will lift you up. I had a phone call yesterday with a mate and she's like, what do you do when you feel shit? And what I thought was, come into the group, will make you feel better. So cheerleaders and a positive space. It will grow, and it'll grow into different things, live events and stuff like that. But for now, that's where I'm going to be hanging out. It's going to be exciting.
And that's what business and friendship's all about, because we're just right now today, we're just a tiny blip on the massive long timeline of life, hopefully a good long life. And when did you start your Facebook community? Was it a year ago?
Yeah, about a year ago. Yeah, I think
and then
so.
The next year is this, and the next year is what's next. Like colour, like if you need to have positive daily routines, like I get up and journal, we go to the gym, we try and eat well. Colour should be another thing that's part of the everyday life.
In every pillar. So it's in every pillar of well-being. So it is in your nutrition, it is in even your mindfulness. And on there I have different sections. So I have because the brand is called Chrome, I have Eat Me. So this is nutrition. So I've got little recipes in there. If you need a little colourful pick me up, I'll have a recipe of the month and we can all try it. I've got Wear Me. So I have been a stylist for 25 years. So that's super easy, is that you can wear it, and I'll be giving, like, I'll have style boards and stuff like that, and people can ask questions and things. And I've also got Homey, just for like, hey homies. But Homey is about using it in your environment, using it in your office, using it in your environment, in your home. And then I've also got a mindfulness bit as well. So we do have these little daily rituals. You know, I've got a morning ritual routine that people can do if they want. So all these little things just to access, just to give you a different perspective. And colour is the thread that brings it all together. It really is, and it's in everything we do. So it's
I just love watching you grow. Honest to God, I just love watching you glow.
Glow and grow. Well, that's it. My events are glow and grow, and you came and spoke at one of those events, and I think that's what it's about, is that we never really stop, do we? And when we do stop is when the grey comes in and the dark comes in, and it's not about being busy all the time and having more stuff to do. It's about probably just being intentional with doing stuff that actually lights you up. And making that shift is huge, because I think we think, oh well, I've got to do this, I've got to do blah, blah, blah. But we come last, and I don't want us to come last. Even this is from me, mother of three, running several businesses, absolutely bonkers life. You've always got time for a cuppa. That's what I always think. You always have.
Yeah,
I remember.
My late husband. I was always that person running around. I've got half an hour. What can I fit in this half an hour? Oh, I can empty the dishwasher. I could put a wash on, put the dryer on. And Ian was an angel on earth. And I remember one time he said to me, "Why don't you sit down and have a cup of tea?" I was like, what are you on about? I ain't got time for a cup of tea. But after he passed away, I was rushing around again, and I heard him whisper, "Sit down, have a cup of tea." Yeah. And I did. It was like that half an hour reset just lifts you up. It's like, you know,
where the magic happens as well. That's where the magic happens.
On the docking station, do you know what I mean? When your battery's on 20%, you put your phone on the docking station, you've got another 30%. So sit down with a nice colourful cup. The cup that you
need. We love that.
And listen to one of your meditations, because you're fabulous at meditations. Yeah. So
or you can just be aware of, you know, look out the window, just count the colours. I used to do this with the kids when they were little, before I even knew this was a thing. Go and go on a colour walk. Start with red, move up the visible spectrum, see what you can see. It just focuses your mind, takes you out of your head.
That's a nice little challenge, isn't it, for your club? Like, go on your colour walk.
We do this, we do colour walks, 7-day colour challenges, because it doesn't have to be hard. And you know what? My parents are getting older, and I've got older relatives that I now look after as well. And it forces you to slow down. It really does. You know, going to my dad's, having a look round the garden, which is lovely. He still loves his garden at 86. And having a cup of tea, that's so important. You know, you don't get that time back. So what I would tell people is just be a bit softer. Be a bit softer on yourself. It's not always about chasing sales. And you and I are very big on that when we go into a room, it's never about what we can get out of that room. It's the connections that we can make, who we can put in contact. That's what gets us going.
Yeah.
And it for me connects people and connects me to people, which is just
and it's not, I don't go into a room to say what can I take. I also don't intentionally go into rooms what can I give. I go into rooms like, who am I here to meet intentionally?
Just be in that room and see how it feels.
Which nicely takes me on to if someone sat there who's not bought a ticket yet, I'm like, why not?
What they're on the dream of your lives.
They might be on the fence. They're going, I'm not too sure if it's right for me. What would you say to those fabulous ladies?
I would say get yourself in the room, because this is what this is about. Is when you come into spaces like this, they've been curated for you to have the most lovely experience. Go into it with absolutely no expectations, and you'll come out with it way more, you know. I think it's so important that we take this time for ourselves. We never did. And, you know, my mum's like, what do you mean you're doing this and you're doing that? It was so alien that it was always like chasing or working or do the things you're meant to do. If you take the time out for a day like this, you gain so much more in doing it. So for me, it's a no-brainer being in your room, Susie.
Thank you. And this is why I intentionally do it on a Friday, because when I've gone to events on a weekday, I have to you have to ramp back up somehow
Straight back into it, yeah.
Yeah, so no, it's like nice and flow, ease your way into have a beautiful weekend, and implement everything you've learned by Monday. No.
Well, yeah, that's you. No, we're not doing that. We're going to embrace a shift and feel the shift, and it gives you a couple of days to digest it as well, which is always really nice. So yeah, I'm excited for it.
And tell us more about your new program. You said there's a wait list, so give me that link and I'll share it with everybody as well. I'm on the wait list.
Yes,
If you're on the wait list, you get some special.
Well, yeah, there's founder member offers. So those will be coming out. Obviously, you'll get the lowest price ever. And it'll be locked in for the whole of your membership, for the whole of life, because I'm not going anywhere. Do you know what I mean?
We are not going anywhere.
We want this to be just the start of things. And there's loads of exciting things coming up. You get things like preferential, you get to be first in on tickets for events that I'm doing, places that I'm speaking at. Live events coming as well, which is exciting. I'll probably be asking you for ideas because I'm writing a book. I'll probably just be picking your brains loads, but you'll be on the inner circle of all of that, and it's about us all growing and glowing together. So I'll pop the link here. I don't even know when this is going out. It may have gone live, but maybe not. We're so close to it going live. I'm just finishing my last few videos, which is what my channel's about, because this is where I come from. Do a live every week. We check in every week. And it's just a nice space. I think what I've always wanted to be is, I had this idea when I had my first baby called Mummy's Rock. Like Mummy's Rock, as in they absolutely rock. Mummy's Rock, as in someone's rock. But it's not just mummies. That was what I was craving at the time, was who can I go to that's going to tell me what to do, or that's just going to hold space for me. And this is actually not for, obviously, just mums. I just want to hold space for women who are busy and they haven't got time to do 24 different rituals every morning, but they really want to start shifting their lives out of that day-to-day greyness, and like I say, just start igniting the colour again in however that is. That might be finding a new hobby, that might just be eating, looking at your nutrition, that might be movement, it might be the way you dress, the way, even like makeup, and we're going to be talking about it all in there. It's going to be a lovely space. It's the club everyone wants to be in.
Yeah, so true. And I'm definitely going to be there, because you can't do it all. You can't do it all yourself. We all need people to inspire us and learn from, do things with.
And you don't need to. That's the other thing, is that it's not your job. It's not your job to do it all. I learned that when my husband was ill. He had a nervous breakdown 4 years ago. It wasn't my job to make him better. That wasn't my job. I couldn't do that. It also wasn't my job to make sure that nobody felt any sadness. The kids, they were going to. It was my job to be honest and present and look after myself so that I could look after them. I could be the best version of me. I know we hear that a lot, but it's so true. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't do it all. It's not your job to do that. You can't make other people happy. And I constantly say this to my kids, you can't. But what you can do is facilitate them to shift in perspective, or you can just be there. And that's what I want to do for women, and bring other experts in. If they're like, oh, I'm struggling with this, I'm like, fine, let's get a menopause expert in, let's get this. We don't all have to be experts in every field. It's just holding space for people and bringing people in who are.
And that's what you do very well, and that's what I do very well. So this is what Show Your Light is all about. And I've brought some fabulous people to share their pearls of wisdom, their knowledge, to help you do well in life and business, to show up and shine a light on yourself. But if you can't shine a light on yourself, there's 79 other women who can do that for you.
And it's so that is electric. That energy is electric. The experts that you bring to the table, and then the women in the room as well, with their own perspectives, with their own experiences. That's what makes it fantastic.
So we will see you. Yeah. Oh, I'm owning that now. I'm owning it. I thought it was just luck. It's not luck. It's actually what I was put on this earth to do. And I've realised that now. So thank you very much, Kate. We'll see you on the 19th of June.
Yes, I'm so excited. In June, it won't be great. It'll be a lovely sunny day, full of colour.
full of colour. Oh, maybe we should do a colour hunt on the day. Oh, let's talk about this.
Yeah.
I'm just going to. You've got me thinking now. Right. We'll
Always
see you
ideas going. Take care. Thank you so much, darling. See you soon.